It was a thought to me yesterday, so I thought actually I'd put it to you lot and see what you think about it. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And this is CCTV. I was driving down the motorway and it's got the gantries above, and they tell you that, you know, there's something up ahead. That's all good. Smart motorways, I don't think they're good because opening up the hard shoulder is, well, has proved to be fatal. But getting on, speed cameras, they're bad. Now, I know that's not CCTV, but I'm getting onto the whole kind of basically surveillance. Are speed cameras keeping deaths off the road? Probably. I'll go with that. Are speed cameras always in the right areas? No, definitely not. Are speed cameras put up in areas where they know they're going to make a lot of money? Yes. Now, is that a good or a bad thing? Well, if you're not speeding, you wouldn't get caught. However, I don't like them. Simple as that. I don't have to like them. But if they're put near, say, for instance, a school or a very dangerous area, etc., I get it. And yes, they do deter people from speeding. So fine. But when they're placed miles and miles away from a school and the school was up the road and they could have actually been at the school site where there was a dangerous area, I question. But moving off that, CCTV. Now, originally it was put into place to keep people safe, either property or people themselves, to make high streets safer, to make, say, for instance, properties, companies, employees, staff, all the rest of it, all safer. All right. And to some extent, this happened quite quickly, actually. When I worked in nightclubs, there were bloodbaths back then in the very early 90s, especially with the onset of Class A's were becoming more used, and they brought in all of that fizzy pop, Alco pop, cider, call it what you like, Two Dogs, Hooch, Max Cider. When Max Cider came in, oh my God, the fighting went mental. But the fighting was horrendous because, you know, people didn't tend to get caught so much. But they brought CCTV in the clubs and in the outside areas, and literally the violence did go down. So that was a good thing. You could actually end up taking your missus out for the night without either one of you having the living shit kicked out of you. It didn't eradicate it, but it definitely did calm it down. However, these days, you can have all the CCTV you want, but the police will just say, don't want to do anything about it. They'll nick you. Oh yeah, you'll get caught quite quickly. And it seems to me that we're being monitored for the state. But when you actually ask the state to act on something, they're too busy. They can't do it. You haven't got insufficient evidence. The quality of the camera footage isn't good enough, even if it is. And it seems now that the CCTV and all the rest of it, I mean, don't forget, London has been for years one of the most, I think the most cameraed city in the world. That's an amazing feat. And yet bombings, knife crimes and all sorts of other crime goes unaddressed. All part and parcel of living in a big city, you understand. Of course it is. So do you like CCTV? Would you like a world without CCTV? Do you think that the benefits outweigh the negatives? That is, I don't like Big Brother watching me. I hate it. I don't like big government. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like any of that. I understand rules are there for a reason. I don't go out for breaking the law. You might say that without the cameras, the place would be a lot worse. Possibly. Would it? I don't know. But do you think that cameras are a good thing? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think the cameras are good, or let me know if you think cameras are bad. Let me know if you think in the comments that the cameras are there or are there for good reasons and will put up with good intent, or do you think this is more a more sinister reason behind all cameras literally everywhere? I personally think that some of the smart motorways will walk you into a trap. Now, some of you may say, oh, Mr. Conspiracy there, but bear with. They'll go 50, 60, 50, 40, 50, 30, 30, and they just run you up and down the speed limits like that. I'm sure that this is done for the wrong reasons, but I could be completely wrong there. But it does seem that you have to be so on the ball there. And all the time that you're looking above you for these things and you're looking for the cameras, you're not looking in front of you. And I think a lot of accidents happen on the road nowadays because people are so nervous of breaking the rules that they're actually trying to stick by the rules and playing more alert to keeping their eye permanently on the speedo, right, or permanently on those cameras, and they're not actually looking around them. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll be interested in reading them. Anyway, take care on this lovely wet day out there. If you've got anything planned for this weekend, it's going to be moist. All right? Moist is good in some areas, but just not in others. Anyway, take care. I'll see you in a bit.